I'm gonna try and do this whole video with just my shadow. Can you see it? Can you see me? Something that's never been done before. Shadow James. You know, like in Peter Pan. Off to Neverland. Is it Peter Pan? You can see my shadow because there's sun. And because there's sun, you know that I am not in the UK. No, I am in, I forgot where I was. I've remembered now. I'm in Madrid. I'm in Madrid. That's why we've got sun. We wouldn't be able to see my shadow if we were in the UK. I feel like one of those news reporters right now. You know when they're like doing the news and the media like shove microphones in the face. Welcome to Newsnight 23/6 with James. I don't have any news. Oh no, I do have news. There's a new mic in town. DJI Mic Mini. And as you can see, well, I don't know if you can see Minnie. There's Minnie. Minnie is next to her brothers and sisters, Mic 2 and Mic 1. Now, if you've got all three of these mics, or you've heard videos with all three of these mics, can you tell right now which microphone the audio is coming from? Do you like the audio that you're hearing? Yeah, let's play a game. Let's play a game. I'll tell you in a minute. So yeah, this is mic A that you can hear right now. And this is mic B. Mic check, 1, 2. I cannot believe I'm about to say this, but I might have to take my coat off because I'm actually sweating, which in my head, like, it's not corresponding because it's like December, and usually in December, you know, I'll usually be in the UK. Mate, it is gloves, it's hat season, but right now I actually think it might be hot enough for me to lie down and get a tan. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Anyway, back down to business. This is mic B that you've been listening to for the last 42 seconds. Do you like the sound of this audio? Do you prefer the audio from mic A? But before you make your decision, let's complete the sequence or sequel. Let's complete the sequel and switch over to mic C. See? I told you, it was hot. It was hot. I had to take off my coat, mate. But you know, whilst I was just switching over the mics, there was a guy walking his dog. He's gone down there now. I'm in this like park bit, and his dog did a little 1-2 on the floor. He bent down and he's picked half of it up and he's left the other half. I just couldn't believe my eyes. Why would you bend down and pick half of it up and leave the other half on the floor? I'm not going to show you, don't worry, you haven't come over here to see that content, but it's just a little bit silly. Anyway, right, mic C is what you've been listening to for the last 47 seconds. And what are you saying? Do you like the audio you're listening to right now for mic C? Do you prefer it compared to mic B and compared to mic A? The real question is, which mic is which? Well, mic A, which is what you're listening to now again, was mic Mini. Mic B was mic 2 and mic C was mic 1. Did you get it correct? Which one, more importantly, do you prefer the sound of? Right, I have now detached my mic system setup. Detached. Yes, I have detached. I was just questioning whether that was a word. Of course it's a word. I've detached my mic system setup and attached mic Mini to my hoodie, which is where you would roughly have the mic, yeah, if you're doing a video like this, attached to you rather than holding it in your hand. So you can now hear how each mic sounds attached to you, well, not you, but me, as I go through the facts and figures. So starting with Mic Mini. You can buy Mic Mini, microphone only, for £49. This is in pounds, do your conversion based on where you are around the earth. You can buy the mic and receiver for £79. For 2 mics, 1 receiver and charging case, it's £145. Mini only weighs 10 grams. You can attach Mini via the clip or magnet. 11.5 hours of battery life is what you're going to get with Mini, and 10.5 hours of battery life is what the receiver has. You can charge Mini via the cradle system setup that comes in the box if you don't have the charging case, but you can't plug a USB-C lead directly into Mini to charge her that way. 400 meters of range is what you're going to get with Mini. No internal recording, no 32-bit float recording, but you do have a clip-in control function. No 3.5mm jack, so you can't plug a lav mic in. Start and stop a recording using the link button when connected to a DJI product via Bluetooth. You've got 2 levels of noise cancellation, and you do have direct connection via Bluetooth to DJI products, so no need for a receiver for a simple, easy life. Up next, Mic 2. So I've positioned Mic 2 in pretty much the same position Mic Mini was, so you can hear how this is sounding as we go through the facts and figures. You can buy Mic 2, mic only, for £89, or mic and receiver for £189, or 2 mics, 1 receiver and charging case for £309. Mic 2 weighs 28 grams. You can you can connect Mic 2 via clip or magnet. 6 hours of battery life is what you get with Mic 2, and 6 hours of battery life is what the receiver has. You can charge Mic 2 directly with a USB-C lead, because there's a USB-C slot on Mic 2, unlike Mic Mini, so you don't need the cradle, and of course you can put Mic 2 inside the charging case. 250 meters of range. You have got internal recording with Mic 2 and 32-bit float recording. There is a 3.5mm jack for a lav mic. You can start or stop a recording using the link button when connected to DJI products via Bluetooth. 1 level of noise cancellation, direct connection via Bluetooth to DJI products. Again, no need for a receiver for a nice, easy life. And last but not least, oh no, don't do that again, feel dizzy. Last but not least, we have Mic 1. And as you can see, I've attached Mic 1 in pretty much the same position as Mini and 2, so you can hear how we're sounding as we go through the facts and figures. So you can buy Mic 1, mic and receiver, for £139, or 2 mics, 1 receiver and charging case for £219. Mic 1 weighs 30 grams, which is the heaviest out of all 3 mics. You can connect Mic 1 via the clip or magnet system setup. 5.5 hours of battery life is what you get with the mic, and 5 hours of battery life is what you get on the receiver. The mic charges via USB-C, via a USB-C lead like the Mic 2, because there's a USB-C slot on it. Unlike Mini, you don't need the cradle, or you can obviously just put gently inside the charging case. 250 meters of range. You have got internal recording, no 32-bit float recording or clip-in control function. 3.5mm jack for a lav mic. You can't start or stop a recording via the mic. There's no noise cancellation and no direct connection via Bluetooth to DJI products, so you do need the receiver, which is not as an easier life as Mini and 2. Right, boring stuff out the way. Let's head in now to find some fellow humans so you can hear how the mics sound around fellow humans. Now you might be like, oh, hold on a minute, look at this. This is a bus, look how small it is. That is a bus, I think it's a bus, it must be a bus. You know what, I just love the culture. Seeing, like, because you've got that bus, and then you've got this bus. This is the daddy bus. This is the daddy bus. That bus looks like it could only fit 2 people on. Anyway, let me go back to starting how it's going to start. Now, you might be wondering, James, what are you doing? Well, that is a very distinctive theme tune. If you know, you know. Now, you might need a clue. So, let me just step over here. As I told you, I was trying to find fellow humans, and fellow humans we found, but we've also come face to face with can you see her? Can you see her? Ladies and gentlemen, that is, I don't think she has a name, but it is the doll from Squid Game. To this day, Squid Game is one of the best things, if not the best thing I've ever seen on TV. I literally was just blown away when I saw it. Look at this. We have got fudge. Oh yes, we've got fudge. We have got bags. We have got rocks. It's all going on. And we have got dolls. Whoa, doll. Oh, and we've also got, what is this? This is, oh no, come. We're just finding out who he is. This is Tin Man, Sweeping Man. There you go. Okay, better get out of the way. People want the pictures. We're getting closer. Look, we're so close that, well, actually we're not so close, we are so close, but it's so big that the Action 5 Pro's mega wide, spectacular field of view can't even get the whole thing in shot. Right, I'm gonna activate our first level of noise cancellation now that we're around fellow humans. So we're gonna go on to the mic and we press the on button once and we'll double check the yellow light is on. This is what I said in my other video that's slightly annoying about the noise cancellation setup with the Mic Mini. You've got no kind of vibration or haptic feedback. So when you turn it on, you kind of have to just make sure, you have to look at the yellow light, make sure you can see it, and then it's on. And when you need to change it to its next level, strong or high, you need to stop recording and go into the settings. You can't just press it again, because if you press it again, it turns it off. Anyway, here we are in basic or low, and look at this, we've got more Squid Game yet. You know what? It is the best thing I have ever seen, and I need to tell you this, just in case you don't know. If you're watching this video if you're watching this video before the 26th of December 2024, mate, set your alarms, because this is season 2. On the 26th of December is when season 2 comes out. If you're watching this after the 26th of December, mate, what are you doing? Get yourself on Netflix and watch, in fact, binge Squid Game series 2. I've just turned off noise cancellation now and gone into the camera settings and switched it to high or strong, which I will now activate in 3, 2, 1. Is the yellow light on? Yes, it is. Even in the sun, it's a bit like, but it's on. We are now in strong noise cancellation. We've got people around, we've got ambient sounds around, everything is going on. And you know what, on my travels over here, I did pass quite a few theatres. We've got Grease down there, we've got Book of Mormon over there. And one thing we do have is a poster of my favourite musical in London, Wicked. I need to talk to you about Wicked. Now, this might seem like this is a whole video of me promoting things for you to go watch and see. And it kind of is, it's just me telling you what I actually love. I love Wicked. Let me just tell you this. I have seen the Wicked musical 14 times. You heard that correct, 14, 1-4. Now, I hope you can hear me correct now, because I've switched over to Mic 2, and this is with no noise cancellation on. We do have noise cancellation on the Mic 2, but only one level, which I'll switch on in a minute. But back to more important things, Wicked. Now, the Wicked movie has not just come out, but it's recent in the last couple of weeks. And if I tell you, I've seen the Wicked movie so far 3 times, I wouldn't be lying. It is simply spectacular. It literally touches every single emotion in your human body. You're happy, you're sad, you're laughing, you get goosebumps. I literally am in love. And obviously I love Wicked, the fact that I've seen the musical 14 times, so it was bound to happen that I wasn't just going to go to the cinema once and see it. So yeah, I'm on my third. I'm already planning my fourth visit. So if you have not taken a trip to the cinema to see the Wicked movie that is Wicked, well, get yourself on the internet right now, search for your nearest cinema, book your ticket, and thank me later. It's so funny because my favourite film before seeing Wicked was Toy Story, which I know is like so weird because you got Squid Game as my favourite TV show, then you had Toy Story, which is a complete switch up, and then you got Wicked. I guess Toy Story and Wicked are kind of like on that same, what's the word I'm looking for, genre. It's like that fantasy level, but they are completely different films. If you've watched my other videos, you know I love Disney, which is why Toy Story had to be my number one. And if I'm not wrong in saying, no, I'm not wrong in saying, of course I'm not, because they had the big thing in Universal Studios just after I left a month ago now. Yeah, I was there a month ago. They were building the Wicked thing in Universal Studios, so I missed it. So see, Wicked is Universal, and Toy Story is Disney. Anyway, there's a fun fact just in case you needed to know that. Right, let me turn on noise cancellation now on mic 2. Like I said, there's only one level of noise cancellation, so you do it the same way on the mic. Just press the on button once, and guess what? You don't need to do any of this to check that the yellow light is on, because you get a vibration, like a haptic feedback. So I know right now that noise cancellation has been activated. On my way over here on the train, I got asked 4 times. Well, I don't know what they were asking me, but people came up to me asking me something in Spanish. And I always have to say, oh, like English, because I actually don't know how to read or write Spanish. I would love to be able to know a lover. I would love to be able to know a lover. No, I don't have a lover at the moment. Anyway, that's a different story. I would love to be able to know another, I keep saying it, another language, but I can't. I cannot. I can do a little bit of, oh, look at this. Look at this. You can see it. This is a big tree. Look at that. Look, they're doing things big, Imogen. You've got big Squid Game adverts. You've got big trees. Anyway, back to the language thing. I would love to be able to read and write another language. Obviously, because I'm in Madrid, it would be Spanish. But I don't. I can't. I just don't know. I can do a little bit of numbers in French. That's as far as I can go. But yeah, people were coming up to me asking me. But what I do is when I'm on the train and I go on Google Maps to try and like get where I'm going, like I was when I was coming here from the park bit, I can't read the stations. So what I do is I convert the station names into like drinks or foods. So one of the stations that I had to get off was like it was like Pina something something, and in my head I converted that to Pina Colada. I don't know why these Mickey Mouses always scare me. See if we can get him in. Look. They got them on the bridge in London as well. You know what? I'm more scared of the Mickey Mouses, like the fake Mickey Mouses, than I am of Squid Game. Oh look, you can see him, he's turned around. It's just the face. It's just the face. Anyway, I have now switched over to mic 1. And with mic 1, you don't get any noise cancellation, which we probably need now because Mickey Mouse is going crazy with the bells. So yeah, I don't know how that's going to sound. Anyway, let's face this way. No, that's not going to make a difference. Let's go over here. Yeah, so there's no noise cancellation options with the mic 1. Yeah, you just got this. Oh, and we do have a water feature. Look at this. We have got a water feature. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And you know what else I love in other countries? The police cars. Look at this. Look at this. When I went to Miami for the first time, is it positioned correctly? Yeah. when I went to Miami for the first time, mate, their police cars are like disco rave cars. They have like, they're not disco lights, obviously they're like actual like police lights. What do you call them? Like the blue lights. But they look like disco lights because, you know, in London, like they only have the lights on when they're like on the way to something. But like, it seems like over there, and actually maybe over here, unless they're attending an emergency, which I'm not sure they are, they just have the blue lights on. They're just on, they're just flashing. Yeah, I don't think they don't seem in any rush, so I don't think they're attending an emergency. It must be the same over here, but like in London, they don't do that. They only turn them on when they're like, you know, Nino, going to an emergency situation. So remember I told you about the police cars over there? Oh, these are the police cars down here, which look like they're in a little bit more of an emergency. They've got like the odd, it's not a siren, it's like, can you hear it? It's like a drrr, drrr. These guys don't look like they're in too much of a rush. Their lights are on, but the other car was like, drum, 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 drum. Oh, they have another sound. Look, it's a clicking sound. Can you hear it? Dog, dog, dog. Do it again, do it again. Can you hear it? These police cars are making sounds I've never heard a police car make. You got ew, 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 then you got dog, 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 dog. Culture. This is the culture, and that's it. In London, we just got the Ninos. We don't have all these sound effects. They are really going big with the Squid Game adverts over here. There was a screen over there that had a Squid Game advert on, and I'm just thinking about it. I've never seen, well, not never. Have I never? Never have I ever. Never have I ever. I wouldn't say never, but not in recent times, promoting the new series, have I seen Squid Game adverts pop up in London. They're going big over here in Madrid, let me tell you that. Right, for the last link of the video, I have switched over to the Mic Mini. So what do I think of all three mics? Well, look, I've only used Mini for a short amount of time versus 2 and 1, but if I'm being honest with you, I've used 1 more than 2. I've never been a massive fan of the sound coming out of Mic 2. Don't get me wrong, over time, oh, just nearly got run over. Don't get me wrong, over time with firmware updates and stuff, like the Mic 2 has definitely got better from when it first came out. I just thought it sounded too muffly at first. But Mic 1 for me, there's just something about the audio that is a lot more crisper, clearer, sharper, and that's the type of audio I like. Now, since playing around and listening and using Mic Mini, I would say for me in terms of sound, Mic Mini would come next. So Mic 1, Mic Mini, then Mic 2 for sound. In terms of features, obviously the Mic 1 lacks a lot of features that the other two have. You don't have any noise cancellation. You can't connect it directly via Bluetooth to DJI products like you can with Mini and 2, so you do need to use the receiver, which is obviously a little less convenient. But for me, that's how I've always kind of used the mic. So when I started using Mini over the last, when I started using Mini over the last couple of days, and when I've used Mic 2 here and there, I'm like, oh, actually, this is a lot more convenient than having to worry about faffing around with the receiver. And then in terms of Mic 1, it is the most expensive of all three in terms of like getting even the most basic package, because you can't just get the mic like you can with Mini and 2. You have to buy the mic with the receiver. It's also the heaviest. It's 3 times heavier than Mic Mini, and you can really feel it when you clip it on yourself. And the odd time I am wearing a t-shirt, don't get me wrong, when I'm wearing 1, I do look in the mirror and I'm like, you look ridiculous. And of course the battery life on Mic 1 is the worst, just slightly after Mic 2, but it is the worst if you're looking at it comparison with the specs out of, like, you know, all 3 of them. And like I said, you don't have noise cancellation, you don't have 32-bit float recording, and you don't have any clipping control function like you've got on Mini and 2. But Mini is not perfect because I'm not a massive fan of the way you have to charge her. It's just another thing you have to bring with you, the little cradle thing, because I don't have the charging case because I just bought the single unit. So although it doesn't take up much room in your suitcase, it's like this small, it's just another thing to remember, because if you forget it, you can't charge Mini because you can't plug a USB-C lead in directly to the mic like you can on 1 and 2. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, with the whole noise cancellation thing and no haptic and all that stuff, it's a little bit annoying. I get it, it's definitely a cheaper mic, so they can't have everything on it, but it's just, yeah, worth noting when you're thinking about the differences between them all. And I know I put mic 1 at the top for sound, which remember is individual. You might put mini there or 2 there. Like visuals, it's all personal preference. There's no right or wrong to this. In terms of the overall package, I'm gonna have to give it to Mini. She's the cheapest, she's the smallest, she's the lightest, she's got the biggest range, the biggest battery. She can connect directly to DJI products via Bluetooth without a receiver. There's no 32-bit float recording, but you do have a clipping control function, which works really well. And of course, you've got 2 levels of noise cancellation. And most importantly, she does sound great. So, which one do you prefer the sound of? Which one do you prefer in terms of features? And whilst you decide that, I've decided I'm going to go and see Wicked for the 4th time. And so should you. Where's the cinema?